I think we can all agree that torture is terrible, but very few of us experience torture outside of our moms making us watch Dancing with the Stars. Turns out there's much worse things out there. These are the 5 grossest ancient torture methods. Enjoy. Number 5, the Iron Maiden. So the Iron Maiden was adapted from a medieval device used for public humiliation called the Schandmantel. Another German word I don't know how to say. The Schandmantel, or something, is a metal tube that you're put inside of and your head is showing, and then you're like carted around town while people throw things at your head. So does it hurt? Probably a little bit, but it's not made to kill you or even really torture you. It was just made for public humiliation. Well, as science progresses, humans start to learn we can do whatever we want. Of course, we turn something that was just made for public humiliation into something that creates death and chaos, the Iron Maiden. Basically, an Iron Maiden, much like the Chokey from Matilda, is a sarcophagus filled with blades. They put you inside of it and the blades just barely touch your skin, enough to break it, but not enough to kill ya. They close you inside of the sarcophagus and then you die in there. Fun, cool thing, they also have little holes inside of the Iron Maiden where they can stick more stuff in you. More blades into your side, into your groin, into your eyeballs. Humans are the best. Number 4, Glasgow Smile. This is very yucky. The Glasgow Smile is when they would make tiny cuts around the person's mouth and then beat them up until all of their facial muscles contracted, and those tiny cuts became giant rips that went to the ears. They rip the person's face open, is what I'm saying. But if this sounds familiar to you, you might recognize this imagery from Heath Ledger's The Joker. So fucking gross, man. Number 3, rat torture. Basically, what rat torture was, they would tie somebody down to a wooden plank and then put disease-infested rats on their tum-tum, a metal bowl facing upside down, and then put hot charcoal on top of the bowl. The rats would get super agitated and then try to escape. The only way to escape is through your stomach, dude. Remember, this person is alive the entire time this is happening to them. So like, there's a lot of horror happening here. This is straight up jigsaw shit. Number 2, the rack. The rack is kind of exactly what it sounds like. Not boobs, you pervs. The rack is a device wherein the victim is chained to 2 rollers at the end of a wooden frame. The person is pulled in 2 different directions while they're being interrogated by, I would assume, some pretty mean people. If you're not understanding what that feels like, imagine person A pulling on your arms and then person B pulling on your legs and then running in 2 directions. Actually, imagine if those people were cars. That's more accurate. Also, one thing to keep in mind is that if this torture is taking place over the course of a few days, you're for sure shitting yourself. I bet you vomited, and I'm sure they're not giving you any water. So you're a thirsty, shitty mess with no arms. Although I am super short, so I wonder if just like slight rack torture would do me some good. I could maybe grow to a mean 5'4". Number 1, the Pear of Anguish. The Pear of Anguish is like a literal metal pear shape that is made up of different components that if you spin it, it expands. I think you can see where this is going, and it's in your butt. The Pear of Anguish was historically used on women, homosexuals, and liars. So basically, all of the fun people. For women, it was inserted into the vagina. For men, it was inserted into the anus. And for liars, it was inserted into the mouth. A real gangbang of torture. What's particularly messed up about the Pear of Anguish as it relates to women is that it was used to punish the woman after a miscarriage. As if the pain of a miscarriage isn't enough, you have somebody telling you that you're evil for it. Educate yourselves, you ancient Assholes. I totally get the idea of punishment. In 2017, if somebody does something unlawful, we will fine them for it. But the punishment here doesn't seem to match the crime. So, Mr. Medieval Guy, you're telling me that if my best friend, Lauren Rantilla, tells me that she likes wrestling and I know she's lying, I know you're lying, I can put a metal pear in her mouth and rip the bottom half of her face off? No! I want to, but I won't. Well, there you go, guys. A bunch of gross stuff that real humans used to do to other real humans. The next time your friend is lying to you, don't put a bunch of rats on their stomach. You buy them a pet rat to teach them responsibility. You make it a growing moment. And I don't mean like a growing moment because you're stretching their arms out on the rack. I mean like an internally growing moment. You get it. Don't hurt people. Brass tacks. Yeah. Thank y'all so much for watching this video. Please like it. Please subscribe to Snarled, watch our other videos, and we are still partnered with Loot Crate. If you follow the link in the description and add the code SNARLED, you will get 10% off of any purchase. You're so welcome. I love you. I'm sorry, that was weird.